Yeah, so very, very hopeful. Davey will be ready to go. He's a little warrior, isn't he? And as I've said since day one, he was going to do everything possible to be ready for we're hoping the second test, but now the third test. He looks like he's moving pretty well. He's very determined to play. He loves the competition. He loves playing test cricket. So we'll get some final eyes on him at training this afternoon, and we'll make a decision on that. But I'd say he's looking very, very, very likely to play the test match. And then we've got some other decisions to make, obviously, with our batting order. Again, we'll get some eyes on Will today. We'll get some eyes on all our players, and we'll make some decisions probably after the session this afternoon. I think we've got plenty of talent, no doubt about that. Obviously, Davey coming back in after injury. You're always welcome back your great players back into the team. I think there's plenty of batting talent in Australia. It's all about opportunities. You can only fit 6 batsmen in at one time. So it's all about opportunities. Obviously, we're addressing the issues. I mean, we've only scored, I think we got 200 in that second innings. But any time in Test cricket when you're not scoring over 200s, you're looking at ways to improve. I think that we've got to look at our strategies against the Indian spinners. Ashwin's bowling very well. We've worked hard on that the last week or so. Obviously, Bumrah's a world-class bowler, and Siraj coming in, I think he's a very, very skillful bowler. We saw that in the Australian A stuff. We've seen it in the past in Australia A. I thought he bowled very well for his first Test match, his debut. So we're interested to see who comes in as probably their third quick. Time will tell. None of us have seen the wicket yet. India probably saw it this morning. We'll see it in an hour or so. But you know, it's game on. It's a good, tough Test series, as you'd expect, between Australia and India. Well, imagine how good we'll be when he does start batting. Well, that's how I look at it. You know, he hasn't had the best of series so far. Obviously, he'll be the first to admit that. My gosh, what I know about great players, the longer they miss out, the sooner it is they're coming good again. So that puts a big smile on my face. How do you coach Steve? I don't coach Steve Smith. Steve Smith coaches himself, and I'm sure he's going to work it out. He is a great player, and I can't wait to watch him bat this Test match and the next Test match, and hopefully for as long as I'm coach. Yeah, look, it's a good question. I think India, their greatest strength over the last couple of series has been their discipline. They've been so well disciplined, and I think also if you look at the last 2 Test matches, they've been reasonably low-scoring games. I've loved the last 2 Tests because the wickets have been a contest between bat and ball, and you've got to work a bit harder, and that's what Test cricket's all about. So I think there's the factor of the wickets we've played on. There was certainly some seam movement. There was a little bit of swing in both those wickets. India have taken a straighter line to a couple of our batters and set the fields accordingly. And let's not discount, I mean, Ravi Ashwin, I think, how many has he taken? 380 Test wickets. I think I'm pretty close there. He's played a lot of cricket. He's as it is difficult to score quickly against Nathan Lyon or the great bowlers are the ones who are hard to score against. And Bumrah's certainly up there at the moment. Ashwin's up there at the moment. We're aware of it. We know how we like to play our cricket as Australians, but credit to Credit to India. Very well planned, as you'd expect. They've had discipline with their bowling, and the wickets we've played on have been competitive. So we're aware of that, and I'm not too stressed about it. Yeah, look, Pete, I think you think about the current Australian cricket team, a lot of them are from New South Wales. They love playing at the SCG. I guess back in the day, you could have argued that there was benefit for India back when it used to spin big. But, you know, we're expecting a really good cricket wicket here. And, you know, we've got the advantage of having Nathan Lyon, who's a great spin bowler. So I think they're pretty evenly matched, and we've had good success here. Let's hope it continues this week. Well, we all have a choice. That's one thing. No one's got a God-given right to play for Australia or represent their country. We've all got a choice, and every one of us can step outside of it. I think I've been very consistent in saying that if anyone can deal with it, the cricketers can, because that's how we live most of our life anyway. So in the next little bit, we've arrived in Sydney. We've got a main session today, and then a top-up session tomorrow, which is consistent with what we always do. Then we're playing cricket. Then we get to Brisbane, and we do the same thing. So it's not much different than we're usually used to. It's a little bit tighter than general, but we'll get on with it. We know how important this Test series is. We want to, India beat us here last time. We want to make amends for that. And we want to keep moving our journey forward. And the only way you can do that is by concentrating on what we can, and that's playing great cricket in this third Test match in Sydney. All our attention is on playing great Test cricket in this third Test match. And then we'll deal with everything else that comes after that.